If you told me a few years ago that I was using this approach to write metal, I wouldn't have believed you. I was brought up on riffs, bro, you know, like kill switch engage and like kill switch engage. But very recently I decided to try something different, something that doesn't really start with guitar. So today I'm going to share exactly what that method is, why it's become my go-to approach for writing, and also how you guys can use it too. And we'll even take it a step further and write a section together. For literally years, I always approached songwriting using a guitar first approach. But the problem that I had with that was after a period of time and after writing a few songs and having some success with that method, it would kind of get very repetitive. I would keep using the same chords, the same shapes on the guitar, the same scales. The ideas that I'd be coming up with would become quite stale. Because I wasn't thinking of anything original and things felt very samey, I just put the guitar down. And I went through a long period of time where I just didn't play any, even though it's like the thing I love to do the most in the world, apart from listen to Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso on repeat. Goddamn. Fuck's sake. So I needed to find something new, and funnily enough, I actually went to go and have a writing session with a friend, and he showed me a method that he'd been using where he would take a sample first approach. So he'd load up Splice or some sort of sample library. We sat there and we had a look to see if there was anything that sparked the inspiration to create something. And it's crazy. It's actually crazy how much of a difference it made. Your brain just races off into like, oh my word, I could do this and I could change this. We could pitch shift that down. We could extend that and make it slower, make it faster. I began to wonder, like, why? What's different about this method? Why did it spark such of a change in my mind? Why could I hear all the ideas all of a sudden? And I think that it all comes down to inspiration. I think the first step to this approach is putting yourself in the position to become inspired. When you sat there by yourself and you're playing the guitar, you're playing the same old chords that you've always played, you're doing your riffs, you're chugging away, there's not much room for inspiration, new sources of inspiration. By starting from a place of searching for inspiration through samples, other music, shows, TV, films, you might listen to a new song by your favorite artist and think, fuck me, that's so sick, like I need to write something immediately. Even sound effects can get me going, like sound effects can get me going. Inspiration can strike anywhere. A lot of my best ideas come when I'm in the shower and I'm humming away, singing, disturbing all of the neighborhood with my screaming vocals. And I have absolutely no idea why. There's probably some scientific reason for this. Once you hear something and it sparks an idea, all of a sudden, instead of sitting down at a guitar, having no idea what you're going to play and then just playing whatever for a period of time, you sit down at the guitar and you already have an idea in your head of, right, I listened to this sample and then I thought of this idea and it kind of goes like, dun dun chat, dun 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 chat, hey. You're grabbing the guitar and you're trying to figure something out that you already feel inside. It's probably the best way I could describe it. So let's try putting this in practice. We're going to open up Splice and we'll see if we can find something that's going to spark an idea. Funky house and disco grooves. Right, we don't need to be in funky house, do we? Do you know what that sounds like? That's very Matrix. See, now that's inspired an idea in me. I kind of get this loathe, grungy sound, like. So we'd probably have to pitch shift that. I don't know, yeah, screw it. I've literally listened to this. I've got a little bit inspired, so we're going to mess around with an idea, because this is what it's all about. Not every single idea has to be a complete full song that you're then going to release. Like, the whole point is being able to experiment and create things that you like the sound of, right? So we're in the wrong key there. We're in F minor. We want to make it an A. So we want to be there. I'm kind of hearing some big drums coming in after one round of it, so it kind of like crashing on the ride. So let's program those drums in. I also want to put a little bit more distortion on that sample. Very few kicks. Very crash heavy. We're going to go into there, into the ride crash. The sample itself, you can hear it in the sound. There is a guitar and a bass. But I'm going to introduce my own guitar and bass. So maybe we're going to want to take some of that low end out. I was just searching for the right velocity for that second hit of the ride. I wanted it to be crashy enough. So we're going to want some sort of do-do-do-do-do. Just literally just straight. So I'm going to change the bass from what the sample does here. So I'm thinking of... Ooh, what about... So there's a gap. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. So I'm gonna hold that note. Down, 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 down. So we're gonna need to change the drum now. So again, we're going back and forth between instruments, altering as we write. So da 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 da. I'm gonna cut the sample as well, where the stop is. So we're going up there. Maybe. So maybe. It's really difficult. Again, I'm just trying to find the inspiration within the idea. Christ. Coffee is required. So we're gonna go. Okay. Do 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 do. Do do. Oh, we could go into that fucking. Couldn't even tell you what it's called, but it's demonic. No, oh fuck off. I've just spilled my coffee all over the desk. Fucking hell. Literally got coffee all over my thigh. For fuck's sake. What you've got to do is you've got to destroy your entire desk and spill everything all over it. And then channel that rage and just... Okay. Let's loop this round. So we need to actually sort out the sample cuts here. Is it there? Oh, this is going to be huge. This has all come from literally listening to SHS Grunge. Whoever wrote that, well played. Fair play. It's a very nice clean pattern with the bass that I have distorted and changed the pitch of. Oh yeah. I'm going to track some distorted guitars, I think, and I feel like the sound will be a lot more complete. So I'm kind of hearing single notes, single large notes, same as the bass. It's either that or it's going to be 3-note chords that are particularly low. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make it so that the last note of the pattern, which is like C sharp. We're going to make that the lowest note possible on my guitar, which is an A. So we're going to transpose the whole thing so that the lowest note in the pattern is A, which means ding, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 steps down. So now we need to go back to the sample. Oh yeah, so now we're low. Not all metal has to be low, but it bloody helps to get that low, dark feeling. So it's kind of sounding a little bit too trebly for me, that. Let's try that. Let's try it with palm mutes instead. So I fancied that. So literally all we've got is the sample, guitar, bass and drums. I decided against the synths and stuff just because I just didn't feel like it needed it. So that's just a quick demonstration about how you can use samples to give yourself some inspiration to create ideas. And if you want to learn more about guitar playing and music production, then check out this video. Otherwise, thanks for watching.